This is Manoj Gokhale. There are three different ways to live. Most of the people, 99 or let's say 99% people live in random way. There is no planning whatsoever. Whatever happens, they just try to adjust with it and go with it. It's completely random, not planned at all. Somebody else is deciding. Amit Shah or Uddhav Thackeray or whosoever decides what they will do after 18th May, and they just follow whatever is possible. Fearful way of living. And they think maybe that is the only way of living. There is second way of living which most of the intellectuals try to adopt. Now they have a lot of technology available, lot of softwares. They live in a planned way. They do meticulous planning either with their own intelligence or supported by very big artificial intelligence tools available. That what is the best possible way to act today. So very great planning, high level of intelligence they are using. And in spite of this, many times they feel that whatever they are trying to live with the best possible planning with their own intelligence or artificial intelligence tools available just doesn't work. And what happens is something different. But their intelligence is strong that they think, okay, maybe in future there will be some better tool developed, and with that we'll be able to plan our life better, portfolio management and so on. They are trying to be secure in an age, or I shall not say in an age, that is always a reality, where insecurity is the fundamental of life. Let's say journey into unknown. Life is journey into unknown, and that's the beauty of life actually. If God had intended that you should know whatever happens next day, like a diary, if it would have come as a printed plan, let me tell you, life would have been boring. Like tomorrow, let us say, it is now today technically it is 19th May, let's say 20th May. You know, you have been given a printed schedule ki, at 6 a.m. in the morning, this is what will happen, 7 a.m., so on and so forth. Please think of it, life will be boring. The beauty is journey into unknown. And those are the only people who really live. That is the third way of living. That's what I call spontaneous way of living. Spontaneous way of living, please don't misunderstand as careless way of living. Not at all. In fact, it is most, I will use the word certainly, divine way of living. You are connected to your inner divinity, and that is the best thing to guide you as to what to do at the current moment. But you need to take efforts for that. You are completely disconnected with nature, and nature is divinity basically. And you are using all artificial tools. You have forgotten your naturalness completely and forgotten what it is spontaneous way of living. To an extent, a child lives like that. He is spontaneous in whatever he is doing. He spontaneously laughs, he spontaneously cries, he spontaneously shouts. It's all coming from within. Whereas all your stimuluses are coming from outside, not from inside. The real approach is inside and outside approach. But you have forgotten what is there inside. See, even if you look at eyes, the natural movement of eyes is they cannot be open all the time, they cannot be closed all the time. Balance is some part of time you keep the eyes open, some part of time you keep the eyes closed. And that's balance. But we have lost the balance completely. Corona is just a syndrome which has magnified all these imbalances in man's or human lifestyle which have started more than 100 or 200 years back. If you see the master of cinema, Charlie Chaplin's movie Modern Times again, you will realize he had realized whatever is happening currently in 1930s. Modern Times is a movie of 1930s. It's basically man-machine interface. Man created machines and ultimately man became a slave of machines. We need to understand. See, when you have created something, you have forgotten you are the master. You have created the machine. But we have forgotten ourselves completely. And meditation is the only way to connect with your real self. There are 112 different ways to meditate. Vijnana Bhairav Tantra, Shankara's dialogue with Parvati. Shankara has enumerated 112 different ways in which to meditate. So you can find at least one suitable to you. Otherwise, you always have the choice to keep on postponing. Meditation से क्या होता है? It's your choice. Finally, it's your life. But let me tell you by experience, all this journey for me started when I met my first living guru, Rishi Prabhakarji. And then, like Jonathan Livingston Seagull, a fantastic book if you have read, I got connected with higher souls like Osho, Vinobaji Bhave, Stephen Covey, so and so forth. The growth goes on. There's a beautiful saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. The whole problem is the students are not ready. So, what's the use of teacher? And now we have gone into the age of digital, Google teaching. What do I say? I don't want to say anything. As I see, what I can see in the coming times is digital destruction of education. Already what we have defined education is completely bogus. I don't know what is there in store in future. But then finally we have to get along with what is there. That's the wish of God. Let us accept it and let's make the best out of it. Spontaneous way of living is the best way of living that I can tell you without doubt. You have to experience it. It is absolutely living dangerously, but that's the most beautiful form. If you can muster the courage to do it, I guarantee you, you will not repent, because that's my experience since last 25 years. Jai Gurudev, Manoj Gokhale.